Okay. Hey, everybody.
Good morning.
Hi. Thanks for joining us. So we're now going to have a new feature with our perfect agent system each week. And Jamie Isaacs is going to be our guest first thing every Wednesday morning.
Doesn't a guest usually comes in to speak, bring donuts or something?
I believe he maybe needs a little training in how to be a guest.
Okay. He is coachable.
Yeah, definitely. He's
Yeah.
coachable. And that's actually kind of why he's here, because he's coachable. And he has purchased the First app, which is a company owned by Remax that's supposed to help agents find who's going to be selling their house sooner rather than later. So I'm going to let him just talk a little bit about it. And each week he's going to come back and tell us what kind of progress he's making and how it's working. So Jamie, it's all you.
Okay, real quick, I'm not going to take up a lot of time this week. So the app is called First or First IO. Not sure if you guys have seen it. It is on the marketplace. So to tell you a little bit about what that is and how we use it as Remax agents. Some of you may have heard of different vendors out there that may have tried to sell you a product that has behavior tracking or behavior updates on clients. It is not a lead database program. It is to take your current leads that you have or leads that are incoming and put it into this system. So what this system does is this will take those leads, it puts it into their system. It pulls from the various algorithms. It's going to look for recent divorces, recent deaths, recent new babies, recent empty nesters, recent college grads. It's going to look for all those triggers to where when people are going to look for real estate, to look to offload real estate, different things in life, different life events, that's going to give them a star score or a probability of moving real estate. And then it's going to give that to you and the probability that they are going to need a real estate agent. So not going to, again, take up a lot of time today, but that is on the marketplace. And the good thing is Remax gives you that tool for 90 days for free. So I'm going to be going through that a lot more in depth. The only thing is it does not integrate with Booz. It does not integrate with a lot of our systems. So it is something that is kind of separate. It does run totally on your cell phone. It does run totally on your mobile device, but we're going to talk more about that. And there is a back way of integrating that out of Booz with your Google contacts. I'll go in more with that when I can have more time set aside and actually do some screen share when Karen and I can figure out some of her time that I can take without taking from the program and not make this thing into 2 hours. So yeah, that's it. Exciting stuff. There's been a lot of success that Chris and Miles have found out corporate wide through some other brokerages. Again, it's just another tool. It's another thing that you can put in your belt that a lot of agents have had some great success with. But again, 90 days of it, it's typically about $400 a year. But 90 days of it, you guys get to try out for free.
Great. Thank you, Jamie. Good information.
And you are the exact right person in our company to be doing this.
I agree, because he's going to actually use it and follow along with what they're saying to do to have it work for you.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited to see how it goes. We're on this journey with you, Jamie.
Great.
So excited.
He unlike other people, he expresses his excitement in an opposite way. So
right.
he kind of acts not interested, but
he
really
is.
Yes.
So all right.
It's a super analytical tool. And those of you that do know me know that I can be somewhat analytical, right, Reed?
You can even do it while you're asleep. I mean, you are so analytical. I would hate to see your dreams. They have to be so analytical. Well,
Yep. He is the perfect person for this. But anyway.
And one comment I was gonna make.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, Jamie. So what's I think about it, because it's relatively, spread out over a year, it's not very expensive. But if it created one or two of your people in your sphere that you got a head start on talking to them, or knowing that, hey, they're, all indications are they're gonna sell their house, or they're gonna do this or whatever. You find out, making a prospect out of that and a sale out of that. If you just did one, if you just did two, not only do you get more of your money back, but it's so much better for us to work with people who know us, and or we know them, and to whatever degree. So, not only is it better than buying a lead or having to pay a big referral fee on a lead that might come in somewhere. This is very effective expense wise, but it connects you to the right people that you want to work with, people that's really who you want, not a stranger, but somebody who knows you when you're being proactive. So I am hoping that this turns out to be really, really good, because we could all use it.
That's excellent points, honestly.
Absolutely. This becomes, when I look at this, and I took a pretty deep dive into this probably about a month ago, and then I took another one last week. This is a long-term tool. This thing just continues to build as your database builds. This is a daily tool that you look at just as much as probably Facebook on as far as your mobile tool arsenal on your phone. It's, you still got to work. You still got to reach out to these folks, but this is something that's definitely tugging on your shirt sleeve every day, going, hey, this person's ready to buy. You better reach out to them. Hey, their star score is 5 stars. Hello, you better reach out to them. They're ready to buy. And what's really, really, really gonna, kick you in the butt or kick you in the gut is when you find out that person did buy. And then you missed it, because then you'll see their score go down to 1.
Yeah,
And then you're gonna find out that, wow, I missed it.
Yep.
They just bought a $400,000 house. I just missed that commission on that $400,000 house. And the tool did exactly what it was supposed to do. It, you missed the follow through.
The failure was with the agent, not the tool.
Right.
Yes. So, and let's face it, there's so many widgets out there that we get calls on all day long to get. This is a very, very small investment, and the ROI is tremendous, I think, on our part, if we just do our follow through.
Yeah.
One more point, then I will be quiet. It was the iced tea I drink. It's the caffeine, double coffee, then iced tea.
Nice.
Yes.
Is that Mountain Dew iced tea?
No. Oh, that would do it even. That's too much for me. Anyway, I was going to say that many agents, look at Beth laughing, many agents, make prospecting calls every day, or make a call. Some people make lots of calls to complete strangers, which is, one way to look for business. But what if through this system, through this app, and I don't know how it works out exactly, but every day, every week, you found some names of people who are rising up in their likelihood, and you just made a cold call to them, or not, it's a warm call, but a call just checking in. Hey, how you doing? You don't say, hey, my app says you're about to buy a house, and you better not, you take it from that's somebody you're calling. And if you're gonna call people anyway, why not call somebody like this? So
right.
That's it. That's all for me.
Oh, that's good.
Not even with the calls, but in today's 2022 day and age, the system also recognizes you can use text messages. So.
Oh, you were dating me. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Jamie. And now I guess we will go into the perfect agent portion. So feel free to stay, Jamie, or if you need to move on, that's good too. Thank you. And we'll definitely see you next week. All right, let me share my screen. Share. And whoa. We're gonna look at defining our value proposition, kind of find out our why today. So if everyone's ready, here we go.
Why do you as an agent do what you do? What drives you? What is your why? Today we're going to be talking about your unique value proposition. You might have also heard this called your unique selling proposition, your positioning statement, or even your differentiating factor. This point of difference is often thought of as the main way that agents can stand head and shoulders taller than their competition. We're going to talk about your personal mission and what I will refer to as your why. We're also going to talk about how developing a strong why will enable you to easily convey to your clients and potential clients that you are the one that they want to work with. First, we're going to talk about your unique selling proposition. Here are a couple of example USPs. I'm an agent that always puts my clients first and from whom you can always expect clear and honest communication. This USP might truly resonate with somebody who's been burned in the past by an agent, or for some other reason might be distrustful. Here's another example of a USP. At our brokerage, we use the latest technology to get your home in front of as many buyers as possible. Once we find the right buyer, we manage the entire process online. Now this USP might truly appeal to someone in the tech industry. It is good to have a USP, even multiple. However, there is a problem with this approach, and it's a problem of differentiation. With so many agents out there, regardless of veracity, claiming to be the best, the number one, or in some other way that they are clearly the only agent a client should work with, how are clients supposed to differentiate them? Many agents will say that they have the best technology, process, or communication, and many will say that they are the best negotiators or the most trustworthy, but clients can't tell the difference between this. This action of listing things that are different about you is called feature dumping. And while there's a time and place, like answering a direct question from a client for discussing features, most of the time the client doesn't care to hear about all the ways that you say you're different. Give me an example. You don't sell a Ferrari on the camera specs. 0 to 60, top speed, braking from 100. You don't sell it on the handcrafted leather seats either, or the sound system that probably costs more than my car. These are all assumed by the buyer to be things that exist in the home. There's a Ferrari. Just like our clients will assume that we will be hardworking, trustworthy, and honest, and use technology and all the other things. To sell a Ferrari, you put the customer in the driver's seat and let them start it. It's the experience that sells the car. That's why BMW spends hundreds of thousands of dollars every summer to let people learn to race their cars around the country for free. The experience will bring them back and be able to buy a car. Let me put it another way for those who aren't car people. We've all seen restaurants claim that they have the best sandwich in the city. That usually makes us question how much of their claim is exaggeration and how much is puffery. Who are they to tell us they have the best? I haven't tried it. I don't know. And also, in reality, there is no best when it comes to certain tastes. Some restaurants have the best club sandwich. Some have the best meatball sub. Really, what keeps customers coming back is experience. Of course, the food's good. The food is good most places. But what really shined is something a little bit ineffable. There's a famous restaurant in Seattle owned now by the brothers Brian and Mark Campbell. Donald Miller interviewed them for his podcast Story Brand. And this is the intro he had for them. These brothers deliver unforgettable customer experiences night after night, year after year. This is bucket list level dining experience. It's where Betsy and I shared one of our first meals after becoming husband and wife. It's where I flew my mom to dinner shortly after her cancer diagnosis. It's that kind of place. So what do the brothers attribute the success of their restaurant and its fourth generation to? They say this on their site. Canalist is something more. The recognition that the story that matters most is your own. It's a whole lot better than a list of features or menu options. That's a why. So why is the why so important? Well, Simon Sinek puts it best when he says that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. I say it again, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. He explains that this is so because biology. The most recently developed part of our brain is the neocortex. It's the outside of our brain, and it's responsible for all of our rational thought and our language abilities. The limbic brain, on the other hand, which comprises the inner two sections of the brain, is responsible for all of our feelings like trust, loyalty, and love. This is the area of the brain responsible for all human behavior and our decision making. It's where our emotional connection takes place. And here's the secret, it has no capacity for language. This is why it's so hard to answer a question like, why do you love your spouse? You get asked that question, you go, I don't know. And then you follow up with a list of things that probably describe a bunch of people in your life and the family dog. Trust like love is something that's hard to describe why you feel it or why you don't. And your why is important because while you may not state it, people around you can feel it. They can see it in your actions, and though they may not be able to verbalize why, they trust you for it. Your why is your emotional back door to your clients, and it is the most powerful, unique selling proposition you have available. Now, most companies have a tendency to work on that rational part of our brain, the neocortex, the outside, talking about features and how they're different from others. And in fact, most companies work from the outside in. Let's take an example from Simon Sinek again, Apple versus other companies. Most computer companies say something like, I make computers. They're easy to use, beautifully designed. Want to buy one? Now feel how that feels. Now here's how Apple works. In everything we do, we believe in thinking differently and helping others do the same. We make products that are beautifully designed, well made, and easy to use. We happen to make computers. Want to buy one? Yes, I probably do. It does, in fact, feel different. Here's how the outside in might look for you in real estate. You're what? Real estate agent. You're how? Technology, constant communication, organized, empathy, ardor for protecting clients' interests, mad ninja real estate skills. Those are your features. Here's how we might tweak that, moving from the inside out instead of the outside in. Here's a couple examples of why statements. I believe that everybody should be allowed to be the hero of their own story. I believe that every person should have access to a trusted advisor. I believe that everybody should be able to realize their dream of home ownership. Now we go to the how. I enable this by using technology, empathy, and my mad ninja skills. I help people buy and sell real estate. Want to work together? Like Simon said, this feels different. And that's the point. The difference will be evident in your actions day to day. Your clients will see it, your friends will see it, your family will see it. And you will also hear a difference in your answer to the question, what do you do? Instead of saying, oh, I'm a real estate agent, you'll say, I help people realize their dreams. Well, that's one way to get their attention. So here's your assignment. We've attached a worksheet and we want you to fill it out. It's 3 lines, that's it. What is it that you believe? What is your mission? And what fires you up? Please remember, money and success are an outcome of following your vision, not the mission itself. Good luck. This one's important and it's gonna take a while to get right. You're gonna rewrite it, you're gonna rethink it, you're gonna get in your head a little bit, but on the other side of this journey, of this 3-line worksheet, you will have a why. And it will be evident to those around you that something has changed. Remember this last thing, if you're needing motivation, people don't buy what you do, but what you do. Hope you guys have a great week. Good luck. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Mhm. Okay, I'm struggling. Okay,
What do you think?
what do I think? I actually, I didn't bring it with me, but I did this exercise the first time I watched this, and it was not easy. It was what he's saying about writing it out, rewriting it, going back, changing it. It took me some time, but it really got me thinking, which I think is important. Because I do believe very strongly in what he said about it being, it's the experience that sells, not, the words that you're throwing at them. I don't know. What do you think?
I was introduced to Simon Sinek 10 years ago, 12 years ago, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was when he first made those statements about Apple, and
Yeah.
he was on TED Talks, some different things. Anyway, and actually, I don't know how, but somehow he's on my Facebook, so I get stuff from him all the time.
Okay.
And he's just kind of a wise guy who probably takes the most logical thing that we all miss, And the thing about that people are interested in why you do it, not what you do,
Mm-hmm.
I think is connecting with people on an emotional level versus I don't know what the other word would be, but about real estate, particularly about real estate, something that it's brick and mortar, it's land, it's all this stuff. But when they can connect with you on an emotional reason why you're their best choice and why you do this, then I think they feel like it tugs somehow. There's an emotional connection. I think that's the bottom line of what he is saying. It's about an emotional reason, not a can't think of the word, but not just on a facts and figures reason.
Right.
Does that make any sense?
Absolutely, it does.
Okay. I'm curious to see what Beth thinks about this.
I don't have many thoughts on this currently.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm multitasking and doing another webinar at the same time.
And I apologize. I'm just messing with you.
I know you are. I know you are.
But this is a good, we've seen this before, we've taught this class before,
Mm-hmm.
and this subject, and as I said, I've heard him speak in the past and everything, and there's just a whole lot of truth to this. So even if today, just watching this the first time and writing down the things that they're asking you to do, it may not connect to you at first, why, but it's really about, in my opinion, it's finding the right things to say and the right way to become and the right way to have your reputation be that you're connecting on an emotional level with the people, and they will use you because of that reason. They believe in what you believe in.
Right.
And they don't care what color your for sale sign is, and they don't care, if that's the part of town that you're really famous for selling or not, because they connect with you on a deeper level.
Right.
That's all I have to say.
Well, I love that.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Did you have anything you wanted to add, Jamie, before we wrap up? No.
Excuse me.
I did not. Thank you.
Okay, I just wanted to include you in case you had something else. So, so when we post this, Beth will also post the worksheet so agents can try to write this out for themselves. And then it's something you have to just believe in and use that terminology and, what you've come up with. I think it can be added.
Well, I do know that, again, the man's name is Simon Sinek. I think it's S-E-N-E-K, something. Anyway, you could go to him on YouTube, and he has many good speeches and things he's given, but you just put why you do, why you just type anything, it's going to pull up him on stage taking this conversation into a half-hour talk or whatever, which I would recommend.
Oh, thank you. I think that's great advice for our agents to go and Google him.
Because I think there's more to this than first meets the eye and sitting here talking about it. It's something that as you can develop yourself into being that, people will be attracted to you because they don't even know why, but they think like they connect to you on an emotional level.
I love it. Great suggestion. So Simon Sinek.
Yeah.
So Google him on YouTube, anywhere on the internet, and check him out.
Yep.
Great.
He's got multiple books too.
So take this class and take it a step further. All right.
It's amazing what just showing up to one of our classes on a Wednesday morning can do for you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I thank everyone for being here, and I hope we all enjoy the rest of our day.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.